Today I'll invite us just to look at our feet on the earth. And maybe in your mind you decide to transport yourself somewhere with soft grass or sand, or the rocky edge of a mountaintop. Sensing your feet in that space. And you can imagine your head soft on your shoulders, looking out into the distance, sensing and smelling the environment where you're choosing to be today. We'll begin with our arms open, our heart open. Opening our breath. And letting go of our thoughts. Exhaling, letting your elbows drift down. Breathing in. Floating with the breeze. You can let out an audible sigh. And this time we gather the chi in and press it down, down, all the way to our feet, into that earth that we're standing on. Notice anywhere that you're holding in your body. Can you let it go? Stepping out either side. Breathing in, opening the door. Your elbows get heavy and just float down. Your sacrum can connect with the earth as you go down, and it can stay connected even as you rise. No right or wrong way, just thinking, how does my sacrum connect? Down. This time we come up and open our heart with an inhale. And fingertips come back together with an exhale. We're going to take this moon here and just rise it up, inhaling. And exhale, you can tip it over to the side, only as much as feels good. Breathing out, in, rising. Take an inhale here. And exhale to the opposite side. Tipping the moon. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, staying and breathing in, sensing your ribs, breathing out when you're ready, up, inhaling. One more time each side, exhaling as you move, inhaling as you stay. Enjoying the pause. And then letting your moon float down and open up again. And then we're going to capture the moon, one hand underneath, one hand on top. Breathing in. And then scooping with the other hand down. Exhaling. You could even begin to shift weight. Can you imagine that the moon is a big ball of energy? And that as you hold it, you receive energy. With your breath, you can breathe it in. Right here. And breathe it out. One more time each way, and if you'd like, you can begin to lift your heel and empty one foot. You can also sync with the other leg. I said one more, but we're going to do one more with this weight shift. You can imagine you're sitting down on a chair. Your tail reaches for the chair, and then back to the center. Your fingers connect and float down. Sinking the chi, a big one up overhead, and then down, down, down. Again, you could look out your horizon wherever you are. Your eyes could wander if you want. Sensing the beauty that's around you. Opening the door in front and opening your heart. Fingertips back together again. And then one hand is going to drift down and back while the other one stays. You could look back behind you, and then they flip, they reverse. The other hand floats down, one forward and one back. Breathing in, they rise, and breathing out, your elbows sink. You could sense your lower lungs, sensing the air filling them and emptying. Nice. One more this way. And as we float back to the opposite way, our front hand is going to stay palm up. Our back hand is going to wave through, pressing toward the front. The bottom hand drops and floats back. Breathing in, breathing out. Repulse the monkey. It's as if your front hand, you might imagine, I saw some moss this weekend. I love moss. And as you're just reaching your hand across it, you could just touch that moss, the softness, the fluid. What does that green color feel like to your hands? Breathing in. It's almost like it's right on your underside of your forearm. You're just sensing it. Now this hand is just going to float out to the side, and we can step in with a little sink and rise. Exhaling, your hand sinks, and it can inhale as it rises. And the water, the waves, the tide coming in and going out. And this hand can wave in. It's bringing the sound to your ears. What do you hear around you in your vacation Tai Chi place today? And then they can go together 3 times. Breathing in. Now on the next sink, we're going to take this foot and step out to the corner. Brush past the knee and press through with the top hand. The top hand drops. The bottom, that back hand rises, circling in front. Brush knee and press. Breathing in, circling around. Let's do one more. And then let that top hand just float across the horizon as if you're touching space. Touch the space above you, shifting to the other side. Stepping in, sinking, and rising. Imagine again letting your sacrum connect down, helping your low back to release. One more down with this hand and waving in. And then they can float together, your palms, your sacrum. That threesome. Next time we're going to step out to the corner. Lower hand brushes past the knee, presses through. Front hand drops, back hand rises. Breathing in. One more time. Floating back, sitting back. Let that top hand come to the front. Connect in the front, that big tree hug. Inhale, opening your heart. Exhale, floating it down. Breathing in, sink the chi. Gather it in. Let's gather in the simplicity today. The one thing, maybe just my breath. One more. And letting our hands just float at our side. Our head is going to turn one way to meet our shoulder. And then our shoulder begins to rotate toward the back. And then our pelvis rotates. Our pelvis comes forward. And then our shoulder. And then our head. To the other side. The owl turns its head, turns its body. coming back. That nice ringing of our spine, breathing in as you look back and breathing out as you come forward. If your breath doesn't last that long, it doesn't matter. Breathe the way it feels good. I don't care. We're going to stay and hang in the front for a minute, and our palms are going to breathe in, opening, and breathe out. Palms float down and in. Breathing in, breathing out. You could stretch your back this way, a little squeezing those muscles behind. You could even look up and look down. Nice. This time we're going to come to the center, and we're going to use our play with our owl head rotation, and our palms open up as we rotate to the back. Our pelvis comes forward, our shoulder, our head, and our palms come to the front. Breathing in, turning the head, the shoulder, the pelvis. Reversing it back in, exhaling down. Breathing in. Fully exhaling, emptying all the stale air out of our lungs. One more time each way. Sensing, you might even sense a nice stretch in the front of your opposite pelvis as you look toward the back. As you rotate around. Nice, let's sink the chi. One time, floating down, shifting weight, one heel, shifting to the other side, the other heel. One hand joins over the ankle, breathing out, breathing in, and out. The hand drops, you breathe in, then two hands. Inhaling. And you're playing the peepaw. And then the lower hand is going to drift down and embrace the moon on top. And then hide the top hand away. And you're holding a soft cotton, something soft and cottony in your hand. I'm going to let you play with what emerges for you. You're going to let it just float out and down. Exhaling. And inhaling. The other hand comes back in and embraces the moon. As you float out, that top hand, that other hand floats to your hip. Breathing in, embracing your moon. The lower hand floats out, the top hand floats down. You want something else, I agree, but that's where you belong. Parting the horse's mane. One more time. There's no use holding on. If you love it, you set it free. You can step back, your hands can float down, stepping to the other side. Play the peepaw. Breathing in and out. Creating a nice ripple in the water around you. Suddenly I'm just in water. I'm just going to let my hands float and float the water out. Breathing in. And we're going to hang out right here. Our bottom hand is going to float around to the top to embrace the moon. And then hide behind, tossing your cotton, your puff. Maybe you breathe it out. Let it float away. Just that nice shift of weight as the top hand comes back to the top of your moon, floating down, breathing in and breathing out. Nice. One more time. Stepping back to the other side, play the peepah. And let's just hang out here and move our joints as if we actually are playing an instrument. And if you want, you can move that foot. Play with the toes. See if each of your toes, my toes don't all work together, but I'm gonna see, hey, will you work there for me? Nice, step on in, breathing in. Play with the other side. You could just move anything you want, a little dance here. Let's do 3 more, just flowing, breathing in. And we can this time, if you want, as you press your heel, you can shift your weight a little forward and back. It's kind of fun. Let's do that 2 more times. That rebalancing of your body. Whoa, went a little too far. We're coming back. And then hug the tree in front. Inhaling open. Exhaling, sinking the chi. Nice. And we're going to play again with our feet, shifting weight over to one side and bringing the ball of your foot in and front, shifting in to the other side, bringing the ball of your foot. And you can kind of swing and then you sit. And then a little swing and sit. You can let your hands float. We're going to develop this into a kick. We're going to let our hands float out, come in, and then palms can open as you give a little kick in front, bringing it back in, stepping to the side. Other foot comes in, sinking and sitting, rising and kicking. Sinking, opening. Back down with your hands, floating down and up. Inhaling as you shift. Exhaling as you sink. You might even exhale as you kick, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. You don't have to think about everything, just play with one thing. Maybe it's just the movement. And your kick doesn't have to be high at all. But maybe you decide, okay, I've been doing this a little bit. Maybe my kick can be a little higher. My heel could extend out a little more. Nice. Taking it, your speed is the right speed. Awesome. Let's stay here, breathing in, sinking the chi one time. Rising, opening the door back up, inhaling. And then bringing loose fists in toward your body. We're going to shift weight maybe a little wider. Sinking down. Letting one hand float out with an exhale. Breathing it in. The other hand floats out. Inhaling. You could rise up with an inhale. Exhale, sinking down. Staying here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Exhale with me, rise up, pressing into the earth to rise. Softening back down. Softening your shoulders. Breathing in. Other side. Rising up. One more time. Slow-mo punch. Imagine that the energy comes through your feet all the way up your body into the punch, and you land it, and then back. Nice. Breathing in. Just let the hands drop, sinking the chi. Two more. One more. We're going to let our hands float in loose fists to one side. And then the other. Breathing in. Breathing out.
Tell me, mother, did you miss me?
You could just notice maybe you sense a little stretch in your inner thigh as you shift over to one side.
When I grabbed a bus to anywhere just to be
We're going to shift more weight over here and then step out. One with our deer antlers, rise up. One rises up, one stays around the waist, looking toward your back heel. Sense that stretch in the side of your body. Soften in your bones. Let your muscles rest. Soften into your heels. Breathing in, rising up. Shifting to the other side. Breathing in. Exhale, shifting around. Maybe you look toward your back heel. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. No worries. Breathing in, rising up. The deer. Now just play here with a little dance. Maybe a little shifting forward and back. Seeing if you can shift forward but still keep your heel down. Nice calf stretch. When you're ready, breathing in and up and over. Ah, you guys, I feel like we're in flow. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Let's hug that tree in front. Stepping back if you need to. Opening your heart. Floating down. Let's breathe in, open our hearts. Let the cloud hands float down and across. One hand rises and the other one falls, shifting weight across the sky. Breathing in. Could you sense? I usually focus on my hands in this move, but today I'm focusing on my shoulders. So could I imagine as my hands float that my shoulders are really, that's where I want to focus, sensing the floating of my scapula bones in space, with space. When I focus on my scapula bones, I can sense where I'm kind of holding and play with the sensation of opening and letting go. Sometimes moving them helps to release them. As this lower hand rises, it's going to hook. All the fingertips come together. Lower hand up, and then the palm goes out. Scooping down, breathing in. Single whip. Releasing your hook, floating into cloud hands. This hand is going to hook on the other side. Single whip up and out. So with this today, we're going to play with that this hand is holding like paint, and we capture the paint and we make a big line of color. Breathing in, spreading the color. One more time. Releasing your hook, cloud hands. Hooking on this side, and if you'd like to step in and then step out long in any direction, scooting down, you could step straight out to the side or maybe a little bit behind you. Release your hook. Breathing in. Cloud hands. Hooking and stepping in. Stepping out. Nice. I actually had my breath opposite right there. We breathe out right here. Breathe in. Release your hook. And let's hug the tree in front. Inhaling, opening. Floating down. One, sink the chi. Sensing energy all around you as you open the door. Breathe it in. Open it up. Let it float. Again, cloud hands. Stepping in and hooking right here if you'd like. One single whip out. Reverse direction, up, down, and around. Snake creeps down. Breathing in, breathing out. Releasing your hook. Clouds just float. Maybe you even could imagine that your pelvis bones float. Let's do 2 more, imagining that. Nice. Hooking on this side, stepping in, stepping out, one single whip. 3 snakes. Make the sound as you go around. That sound is the traditional Chinese medicine sound for the lungs. Breathing in. Releasing your hook. Two more clouds. Sensing the back of your body now as you float. Come to your hug in the front. Opening your heart. Again and again. I can never do too much of that. Breathing in, gathering in, sinking it down. 2 more times. Was that 2? I got lost in my body. Letting our hands separate and float in 2 directions. The space between them, and then they come. You could let them float behind you if it feels good to your shoulders. Or in front, you can begin to step apart a little bit if you want. Sensing the emptying of one foot and the other foot back, preparing for a balance. Breathing in. Again, like the kick, we're going to inhale and bring our foot in, dive down. And then today we're going to rise up with our knee. And if you want to open it to the side and then back to the center and down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Breathing in, rising your knee, letting your knee open. I am tall, stepping out, floating side to side. Let a big sound out. If you're feeling tension, imagine the tension goes out with your exhale. One more out. the other side. In and down. Exhaling. You can sit your tail back and then rise up. Play if you want. You can always also practice drawing on the floor, opening to get that sense, teaching your body, stabilizing. One more time. Breathing in. Stepping out. Two floats. Sinking the chi, breathing in. Down, right below our belly button. Coming back up to our heart, our big chi ball. We can be the beauty in the chaos, yeah? Up to your heart. Letting it shine. Being what we want, right? What we want to see. Letting it go when you're ready. Breathing up and over the ball. Filling your heart. Filling your spine with energy. Breathing in, your diamond shape rises and extends. This time we'll focus on the extension, letting your palms open, your fingertips widen, sensing that flexibility, that energy out, moving it out through your hands, moving it out through your eyes, moving it up through your head and down through your feet, moving it out your back. Breathing as it feels good while you extend, while you shine. Letting it go. One more time, just in silence. And we're going to end with just a stillness. Finding a place of standing that feels comfortable to you. We're just going to end with about 3 minutes of a standing meditation. Tai Chi practitioners will sometimes hold poses for hours. Enjoying the moment of stillness. What do you feel in your body? Noticing and enjoying that feeling. If it's pain, just notice it with no judgment. Be with it, with your breath. Noticing if anything wants to soften as you stand. If anything wants to rise or sink more. Hearing the music and sensing your body as a resonator. The music hits you and you feel the vibrations massaging your body. Clearing away any thoughts that want to come and go. And when you're ready, letting your eyes fill with light. And you can step either into your next experience